Okay, we'll finish up with the Wild Pines lady and then talk to Kim. Then maybe we'll go to sleep. We'll see.
You're back. Good. What
I've
can
got-
I help you with?
I've got some more questions about reality.
More lessons in basic reality? My favorite part of the day. Go ahead, ask me anything.
What is this acute encephalopathy?
It's a neurological disorder caused by a lack of vitamin B in the brain. Symptoms include a retrograde amnesia. It's quite serious. You should get yourself checked out.
She conveys it in short, cold bursts, trying not to invest too deeply in the condition of this doomed detective.
What causes encephalopathy?
Well, it's either bariatric surgery or long-term alcohol use.
It's definitely the drinking.
She nods slowly. What this boils down to is, this reality thing is stupid. Blow this joint, grab a bottle, and drain that shit right down your throat.
Yeah, fuck that. I've got somewhere to party.
Of course. Well, I'll be here.
Wow.
You're back. Good. More lessons in basic reality?
What is the RCM
My
again?
favorite part of the day. Nothing more nor less than the de facto law enforcement body of post-revolutionary Revachol, Detective.
Yes, we are the Revachol.
Yes.
We
That
already
would
did this.
permit me and if those authorities drink so
So who
hard
are
they
you?
need-
She won't maneuver her way out of this one.
What are you?
I am the vilest of the vile. A traitor. A devourer of nations and infants. I am an ultra.
It's sharp.
Dios mío, a liberal.
Yes. I am the nether creature of the Forbidden Swamp. I pushed the king under a shit wagon and betrayed the revolution. My kind surrendered the nation to financial colonists. I can see you thought we'd gone extinct. After all, no sane person identifies as an ultra-liberal anymore. Not in broad daylight. You've got Revachol in your blood. A real nationalist. No? Tell me, now that I've uncoiled myself, are you repulsed?
It picks on everyone. Ultra liberals are libertarians. Fascists are just dumb nationalists who think they're doing the right thing. And that's not an insult. And then you got the communists who are socialists who think they're doing the right thing. It's very nuanced.
In her green eyes, you see a mixture of truth and self-satire. Decades of guilt and pride. Forgive her, but only because you like pearlescent teeth and those light green eyes.
I forgive you, but only because you're charming.
A devil, who being of great charm and guile, sneaketh into the homes of the godly.
Beneath her waterproof raincoat and silk shirt is a body imbibed in numb 12 perfume. You are suddenly and intimately aware of it.
Wanna fuck?
Steal, kill, and destroy. That they say we've been doing for over 4 decades now. Perhaps regrettably. I've had my fill for this century. In any case, I'm glad we can remain collegial despite my scaly bulk, and my perverse need to infiltrate and betray both kingdom and revolution. When the dust settled, the liberals were the only ones left to clean up the mess. By virtue of their survival, they were handed enormous power to shape the future. This was all our last generation managed.
Would you have done something differently?
With due respect to our overlords, the eternal caretaker government that keeps Martinaise a monument to the efficacy of its artillery.
While a gentle wind sweeps the streets in the rebuilt east, light drizzle washing it clean, lights go up and motor carriages circulate the tracks.
I would not have relinquished sovereignty to the Coalition. Not here in Martinaise, and not in the Stella Maris or Delta Beachheads either. If not for my own sake, then for my daughters. We had an obligation to defend our sovereignty. We should have burned the whole Isola down rather than let them have it.
Dark orange flames reflect in her green eyes. an oil fire on the ocean.
You're a patriot?
Yes, I suppose I am. But I wouldn't be a patriot anywhere but here.
Seditious talk, man.
Is it? You have daughters?
Yes. Whatever else I am, I'm also a mother and a wife. Now, shall we return to reality?
So what is this?
A bird? A Svenicid? A flightless bird of the polar regions?
Keep guessing.
Some sort of krill hunter? No, wait. You're an ancient ruin. A symbol of hubris and decay. Half submerged in some salty sea.
What, really?
Of course you're not, my dear. I'm just terrible at guessing games.
I mean, what is this place? Here.
Ah. This is the pier of Rue de Saint-Ghislain, 33A, where the tenants have been kind enough to rent me a slot. Or two.
And what is Rue de Saint-Ghislain, 33A?
A pre-revolutionary tenement. Old buildings are called tenements, you see. And new buildings, bâtiments. After les bâtiments nouveaux. But 33A and 33B are not nouveaux. They're old.
She looks up at the crumbling facade. I really like this because these are... They've almost invented their own slang and language a lot. But it's also sort of related to real life. It's very smart.
This one used to be 8 to 10 stories tall. A real high-rise by the standards of the last century. Built to mirror the skyscrapers across the bay in the Delta. That was before the war, of course.
Who lived in those?
Mostly the urban middle class, I believe. This was once primo real estate, before the cannons lopped 4 or 5 stories off. Splat, splat.
From a dilapidated balcony, a young girl in odd clothes gives Joyce the evil eye, a red paintbrush held to her throat.
Wonderful.
So who is that? Point to Cindy the Skull.
The girl in the old lady rags.
Yeah.
Looks like a sullen and rebellious member of a teen infraculture.
Infraculture?
Yes, you and I belong to the supraculture. We're common, the herd. The music on the radio, the food in the chain restaurant, those are all too popular for the girl in the old lady rags. She prefers a fantasy world, an infraculture with its own dress code and vernacular. It is an illusion, I'm afraid. There is no refuge from the supraculture.
Pretty true. Okay, now explain the same... Okay, I don't need that. I understand everything. Make it more complicated somehow.
I can't. That's how simple it is. One may dye their hair green and wear their grandma's coat all they want. Capital has the ability to subsume all critiques into itself. Even those who would critique capital end up reinforcing it instead. All right. What next?
That appears to be all for now.
Glad to have been of assistance. The little that I...
Okay, I'm gonna save. Fuck me, fuck you if you don't like it. I'm gonna save and make sure I get this money. Is this a bug or something? There we go.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
You seem rich. Can I have some money?
Is what you want to say, but it isn't that easy, is it?
Why not?
Look at that lady. Take a gander. Squint your eyes, bub.
What lustrous hair.
A well-kempt, yet tastefully short bob of dark hair. Despite the first hints of grey, she's elected to keep it au naturel, shaped into a permanent wave. Late 40s style.
You ever smelled a woman's hair? It's not bad.
While dull orange pearls hang from her earlobes, red from the cold. Her light green eyes scan you, full of knowledge and worry. Wealth and all its possibilities.
Yeah, so?
Now look at you. You misery-clad simian, barely able to tie your own laces. Your armpits are lakes. A scythe of booze precedes you. Your hair sticks to your forehead, and your underwear feels uncomfortable.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Don't make me so aware of myself.
You're poor. Poor as balls. You can't ask this person for money. You're too...
Wow. As I should be for even considering it. This is a woman, and I'm a man. I mean, I should say that, but I want money. So, I'm a goddamn working man. I'm not ashamed to shake this leash for some dough.
You think your little communism protects you from this feeling? No. The more demeaning it is to grovel at her feet. Oh God, the lieutenant is here too. Do not dishonor the force.
As I was saying, if there's any way I may be of assistance, please don't hesitate to ask.
My fascism disapproves. This is unlikely to succeed. I'll try.
I am sorry. It just doesn't come out of your mouth. What does is...
Money!
Excuse me? I didn't hear you. Did you say money?
No.
Of course.
Fuck it. That's funny that if you're a fascist... Who, me?
Yes, you. Word on the street is you're ready to start building communism again.
Get the fuck out of here. No. Yeah, because I'm a fascist. Highly unlikely for that to succeed. Funny how this game has quirks like that. Alright, we'll talk to Mr. Kitsuragi.
We should think about calling it a day, maybe. The nights are still miserably cold this time of year.
I haven't paid the cafeteria manager yet,
You should take care of that, then.
but I don't have any money.
Let's talk to him anyway. An officer of the RCM shouldn't be sleeping in the street. We'll figure something out.
Though he finds this situation frustrating, he is doing his best to not make you feel any worse than you already do.
Maybe we can mooch off Kim. I have a lot of bottles. It's like, we probably have the money, but I ain't paying that shit. I might have to get rid of Kim to interact
The
with
worn
this.
and beaten wooden planks of the bench do not look...
We can sit on bench.
Okay, once let's see. Anything new to interact with?
That sugary black rum stain on the counter makes you teary-eyed with joy. It's almost touching how syrupy and sticky it is. How long have you been up already?
Long time. It's drink o'clock.
Attaboy. It's coming back to him. You had your mesolimbic reward pathway worried there, not thinking about drinking all that time. It was like you weren't yourself.
Now that you mention it, I do need rum and lemonade. I'd love for Gart to serve me up a beverage.
Forget about the bar. Or don't forget about it. You should totally try to get a drink there too. But first, you should lick that stain off the counter. Yeah, man. Let's get wild. Lick it.
Lick it, motherfucker!
Calmly, the lieutenant looks out of the window. Then to you, licking the tasty rum stain off the counter. Then out of the window again.
What are you doing?
I'm an alcoholic. I need my hit.
We should move.
A real drink would go well with those cigarettes you're looking for. That's a great combination.
Oh my god, the person who wrote this has definitely drank a lot of alcohol in their life and had issues. Trust me, I know about it. I would love to smoke some too and drink, but It's called discipline. Let's check out the kitchen. The dishes are drying. They smell of chemicals and pine trees. Pine saw, motherfucker. An aroma of spices, alcohol, and tomato hangs in the air.
You see a heavy steel door with a prominent dimple lock. It's painted blue. You immediately feel drawn to the color. Blue is for mystery.
Touch the door.
The cobalt blue surface feels rough to touch. The stainless steel door is flush with its frame on every side.
Push on the door.
The door does not budge.
I wonder where this leads.
You do? It's a door in the back of the kitchen. Why do you care where it leads?
It's part of the whirling in rags. There's something about it that this place makes me want to know.
Eccentric. But okay, I suppose we could look into it. As a side investigation.
He's not bothered by your eccentricity. He seems genuinely intrigued himself.
No, the door is a mega investigation, Lieutenant.
Hardly. Anyway, Gart is the person to ask about this. The cafeteria manager.
So be it.
Can I help you?
Here's the trash container key, bitch.
Thanks. I hope you found what you were looking for.
Yeah, just trash.
As it should be. Anyway, thank you for returning my key.
Look, Gart, I need a drink. Can you pour me one?
Do I have a shaker in my hand? Is this a shaker?
He sounds irritated.
You sound irritated. Why? All I want is a drink.
Am I wearing a little bow tie? Am I wearing a bow tie and doing this?
He shakes the imaginary shaker furiously.
Am I smiling? Do you see me smiling and shaking my little shaker? No. Do you know why?
Why?
Because I'm not a bartender. I'm a cafeteria manager. Is there anything else you wanted?
And a royal cunt.
What you want is a goddamn drink. How is that so hard to understand?
I want a fucking drink, asshole.
Well, you're not getting it, asshole!
This is a thoughtful exchange, but can we move on, please?
Gart, I saw something at the whirling.
Another thing. Great. I love those.
There's a mysterious blue door in the back of the kitchen.
Oh, yes, that door, sure. There's nothing mysterious about it. It's just a door.
What's behind it, motherfucker?
No, I don't have a key. I don't know how to get there. And I don't care either. It's not like I've been wondering about it for 10 years. It's just a frit warehouse, probably.
Probably.
Or some boring storage space with a bunch of old junk and dust. Junk and dust.
He's attempting to maintain an air of indifference. It's absolutely not convincing.
I think you'd like to know what is back there as well.
Fine, okay, a little. But my job doesn't leave me time for wondering about one locked door in one of the cafeterias I manage. So I haven't opened it. I have cleaned the whole place 100 times over, though, after the animals. And I haven't found a key, so good luck with that.
We should kick that shit down.
Yes?
About the money I owe you.
Yes. Have you got it?
I was wondering if we could come up with some sort of arrangement. Like, I'll suck your dick. Just kidding.
Does that arrangement include you paying me what we already agreed you owe me?
Kim is about to say something. Let him.
I understand your predicament as the manager. However, I feel I must remind you that we are here to conduct an important investigation that also affects your business.
Forgive me for saying this, but your colleague seems more committed to drinking, and...
He shrinks back a bit under the lieutenant's severe gaze.
I mean no offense. It's really nothing personal. I just have to protect the interests of this establishment.
You know, I've still got the key to the to the room, you know.
Good luck trying to use it.
He taps his foot against a metal box installed in the back of the counter.
All the locks have an electronic component. They have to be unlocked down here with a master key before your guest key will open the lock.
I'll break that door down, bitch.
Oh, wonderful. Try to do that. I'll have to call you an ambulance.
This conversation isn't going anywhere, is it?
Not until you bring me the money.
Okay. I might have something in my motor carriage we can use when you're done here.
I really didn't want to resort to this. The man is thinking.
Oh, Lieutenant, we're done here.
Goodbye. Fuck. Well, I'm glad I spent the money. We get to see what a hobo gets to live like. Let's go check what he's got in his motor carriage. I'm assuming we're going to sleep on that bench. You can do stuff at the end of the night and leave Kim in his room, so... Let's go check out the motor carriage, see what he's got.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
I have something here we could sell. Look in the back, in the suspect transport enclosure.
Transport enclosure. Regular people just call it the cage.
Look in the transport enclosure.
The cage at the back of the motor carriage looks rather uncomfortable. 4 shiny hubcaps are stacked against the seat. Their silver edges sparkle in the dark.
I confiscated these 4 a little while back. We can take them to the pawn shop down by the Martinez Canal.
What do you mean by confiscated?
A couple of weeks ago, I stopped a young man for going slower than the speed of traffic. Turns out he was some coalition official's son and high.
You took his spinners?
Mm-hmm. I took them and arrested him for driving under the influence.
Isn't... I get it. I would have confiscated them too. They're mesmerizing.
That they are. I was going to take them into evidence, but they weren't necessary for conviction. He never asked for them back.
What are they?
They are spinner hubcaps, frivolous things you put on your wheels. When the wheels come to a stop, the caps keep on spinning. There's no real use for them, it's just for vanity.
A vanity he wouldn't mind.
Didn't you want to put these spinners on your wicked machine?
No, that would be silly. I don't know why I kept them. It doesn't matter. I couldn't put them on this MC anyway. A cup with spinners. That would be outrageous.
Way too cool.
He flashes a smile, barely visible in the dark.
It's only right we sell them.
Don't make your unpaid hostel bill a moral boon, officer. It won't stick.
Shut down. I've nothing to add.
You said something about a pawn shop?
Yes, the Bird's Nest Roy, near the canal. We've been there. If I'm not mistaken, it should be open late.
Thanks for the spinners, homie.
The lieutenant nods as you take the spinners.
How do I turn on the headlights?
All right. Ready? I turn, you press start. It's next to the preheater.
He's downplaying his excitement. The lieutenant is more than happy to show off his precious carriage.
Press engine start.
The dashboard lights up with orange glow. The rouse per minute gauge jumps, and the engine of the Caprice Canadian comes to life with a whiny growl.
Press the button labeled headlights.
The lights unfold with a little click, casting electrical light onto the ground before the vehicle.
There you go. I'll turn them off from the remote once you're done. We just need to stand in front of the machine now.
Save.
As you hold your ledger's clip under the headlamp, an iridescent hologram appears. A street grid and the veins of a great river. A familiar sensation washes over you.
There she is. Revachol West.
Around the borders of the watermark are dozens, no, hundreds of micro-perforations. The rectangular watermark is overlaid with the logo of the RCM, and yet the major arteries of Revachol are all recognizable. They shimmer in the Kanema's headlights.
Wait, look around you?
You catch a faint glimmer from a broken beer bottle in the distance. Sounds. 2 men engaged in a drunken argument, followed by the closing of some distant window. In the middle of a broken plaza, illuminated in a cone of light, 2 men, one slim, the other sturdy. They are on the city stage, but only one of them knows his lines.
Ah, Martinez at night.
Where are we on this?
Let me see. Right here.
He says, his finger near the top of the map on a segment of coast jutting out in the Grace Ocean. Seems like a shithole.
It has its problems.
Look at the perforations.
There are many of them, and they are divided into 3 separate rows.
Tally up the different rows.
The first row has 18 dots.
What about the next one?
The next is the longest. It runs all the way around the border, and then some.
Count them individually.
There are so many, it's hard to count. More than 150, at least. Maybe even 200.
What about the last row?
The last row has 3 perforations.
3? That's it?
That's it.
Hey Kim, what do all these holes mean?
Those are perforations. They represent your record as an officer of the RCM. They are your statistics, as it were. I should have guessed you'd keep a record. Officers often do. Let's take a look.
Son, here is where we score your life performance. You better hope it's good.
Goddamn right.
The first row represents your years of service. 18 years. Okay, not bad at all. What did you do before you volunteered?
Wow. I was a hobo. I lived under a boat.
You know, the RCM is a volunteers organization. We would have no qualms with vagrants joining our ranks were they qualified. But let's move on, shall we? This next row, the one that wraps all the way around, is your number of closed cases. Closed is good. It means finished. You've got, let's see...
7.
Wow, more than 200.
Holy shit. Is that a lot?
It's quite a lot, even for someone who's been on the force for nearly 2 decades. Usually, clearing more than 10 cases a year puts you in the 90th percentile of all RCM officers.
I used to be good. That's some solace, I guess. What's the last number?
Right. Those are your confirmed kills. You've got precisely 3 perforations there.
Confirmed kills? That sounds pretty evil. A drink would soften that feeling.
So I'm a killer.
That's right. A killer of humans.
Jesus.
For an RCM officer, especially Precinct 41, which is in the Jamrock Quarter, it's rather tame. I mean that in a good way. There are certain officers who treat their kills like some kind of ghoulish game. If they do happen to solve a case, it's usually by accident.
It's obvious the lieutenant doesn't think very highly of these officers.
But it seems as though you are, or at least were, one of the good ones. So we have that to be thankful for.
He's sincerely glad you're not a scary predator. Not to say relieved you're competent.
This is a fucked up question to ask any decent human being who has empathy, but... Have you ever killed anyone, Mr. Kitsuragi?
Yes.
It's not a problem for him to state it, however.
How do you handle that strain?
Everyone has their own method of coping. Some more effective or self-destructive than others. Personally, I find it helps to keep up a few hobbies.
Maybe I should find a hobby.
Why not take up a sport? You've already got that fan gear.
It's meant in earnest. Please don't mistake it for a jab.
It's... The amount of depth of dialogue in this game is fucking insane. Like, it's a small thing, but if I wasn't wearing the phone pants, he would say something else, but like... I mean, most RPGs do not go to this level. Like, you have Mass Effect, it's like, blue choice, red choice, neutral choice, blah, blah, blah. Anyway. Thank you for this.
The lieutenant nods.
Let's go. Put the ledger away.
Right. I'll go turn off the lights.
Kim, you're a fucking baller. I love you. Okay, maybe we'll actually go to sleep. You have anything to say to Mr. Gart?
Can I help you? Do
Pour
I
me
have
a drink,
shake it?
He sounds
motherfucker.
irritated.
Am I smiling? Do
You're
you
not a
see me
bartender?
smiling? That's right. I'm the cafeteria manager.
What you want is a goddamn drink. How is that so hard to understand?
Please make an exception. I got the shakes, man. Bad. I need my pacifier.
Even more reason for me not to serve you, sir.
For fuck's sake. Alright. We'll, Oh, shit. We got whatever he gave us to sell. We'll go sell it. See if the pawn shop's open. Sell it. Go to sleep, maybe. The reason I'm leaving our morale and health on minimum, because I'm pretty sure when you sleep, it might not fill it, but I think it restores some of it. I don't want to waste any, although we have plenty. Once I get rid of Kim, I can come back to the bench and I can probably sleep on it. I don't know for sure, but I'm making an assumption here. It's probably for terrible hobo cops like me. There he is.
Hello, hello. Let me... Sure thing. Sure, man.
Let's sell some
Yes,
shit.
we'd like to sell these hubcaps.
Roy takes the hubcaps from the lieutenant and inspects them. The spinners appear iridescent in the dancing light of his pawn shop.
Yes, these are very, very good. Did you defraud some foreign prince for them? Jump a mesk banger? No matter. I'll give you 200 real.
No one was defrauded or jumped, I assure you.
Of course, I meant no offense. 200 real for you, officer. Delightful doing business with you. Do come again.
Thank you. Here's the 130 real you need for your bill. Do not waste it.
The windfall is a
Anything else you're thinking of selling? Another time, perhaps.
What? I did not know. What? 130? What? That's gonna give us enough money to buy whatever we want. I don't need any of this garbage.
Wait on the shelves, and your boombox.
I want the boombox.
And here you are.
What? That's so insane. It rewards you for being a
Street.
shithead. Wow.
You see rows of toy soldiers, big men,
Franco-Nigerian.
alone.
I know what they are. I just...
Which ones?
This set of
You're probably... I think their poverty is... I don't.
Okay. That's amazing. Wow. So being a shitbird and needing him to cover your bills gets you a free... I mean, 130 real is enough to just finish the game, more or less. Pretty sure. It's a lot of money. Wow. That's incredible. We'll go visit all the merchants tomorrow and buy their shit. We'll turn it in for the night. We're done. I'm still not sure I want to pay Gart. We'll talk to him at least. So let's at least speak to him.
Can I help you?
About that goddamn money I owe you.
Yes. Have you got it?
How much do I owe you?
A lot. A lot. For the room, drinks, and broken window, 130 real.
Can we come to an
Does
arrangement?
that arrangement include you paying me what we already agreed you owe me?
Come on, man. After everything I've been through.
What about what I have been through, huh? You're not that... Oh, wonderful. Try... Not until you bring...
Okay.
I really...
Oh, Lieutenant.
I'm gonna sleep on that fucking bench. I ain't paying him no 130 real. Fuck that. I'm gonna use that money on clothes, basically. If I can. I mean, I saved, so... Maybe the game makes me. I can go to the store and turn in.
Yes? What do you want to know? No.
The lieutenant...
Good. Yes?
Am I really expected to pay that? God damn it. I wish I could tell Kim to fuck off and then go sleep on the bench. Let's talk to Gart.
Can I help you? Yes. Have you got it? Does that arrangement include you paying as a police officer, evidence being money? Not until you...
Okay.
I really...
Oh, Lieutenant.
Shit. Let's try the bench again, see if it lets me sleep on it. I don't think I can unless I get rid of Kim. But it won't let me get rid of Kim unless he can go into his
worn and
room.
beaten.
We can sit on benches after we've solved the murder.
Guess we're just gonna have to sacrifice all our money. No way. Did I glitch us? Because I bought that shit at the pawn shop?
The door is...
Yes?
Can I help you? Yes. Have you got it? Does that arrangement include you game? Not until you...
Okay.
I really...
Oh, Lieutenant.
Alright. I guess you have no way out. I guess you have to pay the bill. Let's see. Hopefully this is before I spent the money. No. Doesn't appear to be. Fuck. Okay. So, that's a little lame. I tried to find a way around it, but couldn't see one.
Hello, hello. Sure thing. Sure, man.
Yes, we'd like...
Roy,
Yeah,
No one was
What
defrauded.
of course.
Thank you. Here's the 100...
the windfall is
What a
Anything else
tease.
you're
It makes me
thinking of
think.
Another time.
Wait.
Hello, hello. Sure. Let me have a look. Anything else you're thinking of selling?
Ammonia? No, we might need that. We can sell the postcard on it. We'll keep the other two for now. Fortunately, we have to pay the damn bill. I know that if... Well, here.
Another time, Pat.
Or, I'm fairly certain if you're smarter than I am, you can get away with a smaller bill, but... Our character ain't the brightest bulb, so it looks like we're gonna have to give that up, but... I suppose it was free, so... 130 real is a fuckload in this game. Let's make sure we did our thing.
inside. You see a set of steering levers,
Yep,
a
yep.
radio microphone. As you tap on the gate,
No. That's enough fun with the...
Okay, I think I think everything's the same. We just, it's almost midnight. We're good. I feel so bad giving him all our money.
Can I help you? Yes. Have you got it?
I have the money.
Well,
Slam the bills on the counter. I hope you fucking choke on it, bastard.
great. Perfect. I hope you enjoy your freezing cold room with the window you broke yourself.
you've really worn down his patience. Even paying him didn't help.
The electronic lock to your room has been disabled till 9 p.m. tomorrow. Starting tomorrow, please pay for each night in advance. 20 real per night. If you don't have the money, it's over for you. Got it? You've got nowhere else to stay.
I'll take a room here too.
Always happy to have officers from the...
Damn it. I wish I could have kept all those shekels. Whoa. What's this? This feels right. You belong here on the stage, but we don't have any recordings. We can't play anything yet. Okay. Time to hit it in for the night.
This is the door to the room you redecorated.
Good night, Lieutenant.
Just a moment. You had some questions earlier, I believe. And besides, we should discuss our progress on the investigation. Let's go out to the balcony.
Fair enough.
The air outside is brisk. The lieutenant is silent for a moment. He listens to the traffic hum. Then,
Where shall we begin? We should talk about the investigation, first and foremost. But I also remember you wanting to discuss the RCM.
I didn't know you smoked, Kim.
I have a cigarette every night when I go over my notes. It's something of a ritual.
I feel that.
oh man, he looks so devastatingly cool with that cigarette.
I love how, like, on a basic psychological, electrochemical level, it is kind of like that. A cigarette is such a great idea. I'm gonna have one too, Kim.
You're cold, detective. Again, I only have exactly one every night.
That's a lot of discipline. How'd you get so cool, Kim?
You mean this? This isn't cool. It's an unnecessary trial of will and unhealthy.
So, give me a debrief.
Yes, it's been a long and eventful day.
How'd you think it went today?
Well, you were so hungover that you couldn't keep it down when we approached the hanged man. So we didn't even inspect the body. But we performed a thorough search of the premises of the crime scene. That's great.
Though you really dropped the ball on inspecting the body, he doesn't want you to feel too discouraged. Probably out of fear that you'll just give up and keep drinking.
I generally prefer to start with searching the scene and then moving on to dealing with dead bodies.
It's not my job to evaluate your methodology, officer. I'm just going through the facts. As for the interviews, we weren't able to find the union leader, Everard Clare, much less interview him. So that's on the to-do list. We tried to interview the Wild Pines rep, but she asked us to do something for her first. Fine, so be it. I have a feeling Joyce knows how dangerous the situation really is. We have to get her to talk to us. Above all, though, today was exhausting. What's with all the running? You run a lot. Is that a standard Precinct 41 practice?
I have a really good theory about why you're running so fast, son. Just you wait until we get up tomorrow.
I'm training for a long distance run. I want to raise money for goddamn charity.
It's impressive, especially for a man your age. And in those hills. Nice shoes, by the way. I like the green. Goes with the orange.
So what are your powers exactly? The RCM?
They're quite limited, actually. The power officers of the Revachol Citizens Militia exercise most frequently is imposing fines of up to 1,000 real for offenses, in accordance with an interdepartmental schedule.
Wouldn't that be an easy power to abuse?
Yes, although indirectly, as citizens can always request records from their local station. Officers of the RCM have been known to take bribes of less than the prescribed fine amount. It undermines trust in the RCM.
Alright, what else?
We can arrest people, of course, but rather than bringing someone in directly, it's preferable to serve a station call slip. It prevents confusion and overcrowding.
How can you be sure the arrestee will show up?
You can't. Those who don't show up become fugitives, though, and have fewer legal rights when they are eventually caught. It's about power projection. Thus far, they seem to mostly show up.
When power calls you, you come. But power itself is a fragile trick of perception.
Game of Thrones quote, power resides where people believe it resides. I'm butchering it, but something like that. And it's very true. Like, if nobody believed in the president, it wouldn't matter. And it shouldn't.
As you may have gathered from the fact that we are expected to carry a record of our kills, like the one in your watermarks, we are permitted to use whatever force is necessary, and strongly admonished not to abuse that power.
What happens if I kill someone on duty?
You have to supply compelling evidence for why it was necessary to use lethal force. In these cases, your partner is usually your witness. Not a good position to be in, by the way. Internal Affairs handles these cases thoroughly, by cross-examining you for inconsistencies. It is hard to cover for anyone, which is for the best.
Fair enough. What happens to the people we convict?
We don't convict. We arrest and send them to coalition government courts in Couron and La Delta. The prosecution works off our testimonies and records, which is why it's paramount to keep them.
He taps on his coat pocket, where he keeps his notes. And it's the coalition government that makes all these rules?
We don't convict. We arrest and send them to
Oops.
coalition and the moral intern, more broadly. But yes.
The moral intern? What's that?
The Moralist International are the world's largest political organization. You know who they are. They have been running this place after the revolution failed.
Metaphor for the modern United States, European Union bullshit. I do know. I really don't know. That's how bad it is here. Point to your head.
Okay. There are a union of center-left and center-right parties across the Real Belt. Our coalition government is just one of its many projects. They also run the ICP, EPIS, most intergovernmental organizations in the world.
What do they believe in?
What do they believe in? They are Dolorians. They believe they continue the humanist project set forth by Her Innocence Dolores Day 4 centuries ago. Others say they are just technocrats.
What's their symbol? They are fucking technocrats.
Interesting question. It's a blue forget-me-not. Their motto is love, compassion, self-discipline. I think you can gauge what they want you to think of them from that.
Right.
Something ominous. Something even a little feminine. But in a strict manner.
Who's Dolores Day?
A historic figure? The author of the modern age? You will have to look elsewhere for opinions. The subject of humanism is too abstract for me.
For you, she is something painful. Though it's hard to say why.
What do you think of them?
The moral intern are a fact. I try not to have opinions on facts until they change. And it doesn't look like that's about to happen.
It is more than that. There's some kind of affection in him.
You look like a moral intern.
Yes, I did, when I was younger. In my 20s, I considered myself a moralist. A blue forget-me-not, a piece of the sky. They're not all that bad. But the years have changed that. I don't know what I believe in now.
I have an
No,
opinion.
I believe in the RCM. That's enough for me.
I have an opinion on the moral intern.
Do you?
Immigrants, liberal kips, fucking men are turning into women. Fascist.
Well phrased. I understand answering to foreign powers doesn't sit well with immigrant bashing, but without the EMI, we would be common vigilantes. That's just the way it is.
Maybe we should make our own laws.
Spoken like a revolutionary, not a cop. But hypothetical aside, in Martinez we already are vigilantes. At least the Union thinks so. I expect our job here to prove quite challenging.
He looks at the roundabout.
The lights of the orphan district are reflected in his glasses. The red and golden orbs of the motorway sliding like pearls on a string from east to west as Revachol commutes back to the suburbs. Tomorrow is Tuesday. Monday is over.
The writing is so poetic, it makes me want to smoke a cigarette and look upon the night. Say nothing, just look into the night.
The dying lights of the city shimmer below. Slowly, like luminous clouds, they pass on his lenses. The lieutenant looks at his slim cigarette, contemplating the next drag. This soldier is the highlight of the day for me, he thinks. This little stick right here.
They really don't like us here. And the mouth on that kid, Kuno. It's different inland, in Jamrock and the GRIH.
Why are they like this?
It's our fault for leaving this place to the dogs, to the Union, to the company, not daring to come here more often. This place has fallen between the cracks, the jurisdictions of our two precincts.
And in Jamrock, the GRIH?
We run this city. West of the river is RCM land.
He looks at the dark silhouette of the equestrian monument cutting into the night sky.
It's incredibly hard. Human beings are... But we are in control, and it's worth it. The organization works. Our systems work. If they didn't, the city would disintegrate.
What the people need is strong leadership. Put everybody in line.
That seems unwise to me. But it's too late for an all-out political debate.
Thanks for the chat, Lieutenant.
Yeah, it's getting very cold now. Let's go.
This game kicks ass. Okay. We're going to end it here. And we'll end the night when we come back and see what the next morning brings. Thanks for watching.